It's me. I've been a bit absent on the channel. Apologies for that since Clash of Kings. And that's not because I'm taking a break or anything like that. It's actually because I've been a little bit busy trying to organise the next Clash of Kings. And there is news coming on that soon. I know people are like, oh, you should do news about Clash of Kings. And I will, just as soon as we've had final confirmation. I am 99% set on a date. I just need the venue to confirm, what time, not what time, what price they're going to charge us. And all that kind of thing. And then when they've done that, then we can crack on with telling you guys all about it. So that's very exciting, isn't it? That'll be coming really, really soon. So in the meantime, this is more kind of a just what am I up to? And what I'm up to is painting these guys. Because now that Nightstalkers are not cool anymore and everyone only really kind of cares about Twilight Kin, of course, I'm finally getting around to painting my Nightstalkers. And I'm doing them for a tournament, which is in 2 weeks. And I just worked out I've got 68 something models to paint, 40 of which I haven't made yet because they are scarecrows. So it's looking a little bit hairy to do all of that in 2 weeks. But the best thing about it is that I am just literally slapping contrast paint on them to try and get them done in time. Hopefully they'll look all right. I've done some models. So I'll try and take some nice pictures and overlay them here when I'm talking about them. So I've done some bloodworms, which kind of look cool. Someone literally just, as I was recording this, posted that they were the best bloodworms they'd ever seen, which I think is hyperbole. However, I take compliment, very much so. They were a 3D print, what I have hacked up and chopped together and all that kind of stuff. And that basing theme is very much the theme. This is actually my Void Lurker, which you can see on screen now, and he's pretty cool, but he's not in my list for this tournament because this tournament is 1995. Oh look, Christine's here. Say hi, Christine.
Are you talking to someone?
No, I'm recording a video for the internet.
Oh, okay. Hi.
I can cut.
Oh my god.
That's pretty funny. I might leave that in.
Don't leave that in.
Don't leave that in.
Can you stop recording?
Oh, can I stop recording? Sorry, slight interruption there by my wife. So I talk about the Void Lurker. The Void Lurker is not in the list, but he was the first model I did because I thought he was cool. But he's also not mantic, like the bloodworms aren't mantic. But then I've done. So these are soul flares. There's a lot of soul flares on my list because soul flares used to be good. And you can print them on the old Mantic Vault there. So I did print a lot of them. I actually printed 4 regiments, but as my list goes on, there's less and less soul flayers in it, which is very depressing. But there's still 3 regiments of soul flayers in it, so still flogging that dead horse or 6-legged, whatever the hell have soul flayers on. Because I think they're really cool models and they look really amazing, and so I'm having fun painting those, slapping the old contrast paint onto them. As you do. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just literally contrast painting them. They look this bad when I'm painting them, but they come out quite nice, I think, I hope, anyway. So I've got a few of those more to do. I've got 6 of those more to do, and I've got a bunch of scarecrows. And then, so I've got got a Mind Screech. I can't show you because it's holding up a soul flare. And I've got some horrors and terrors. Actually, my horror is going to be Ronnie the Bard. Ronnie the Bard stood. There he is. Ooh. You can't really see. Anyway, it's just an undercoated model. And then I found another Ronnie the Bard in a box, which will be my other horror. And I've got 2 terrors, which are these models. Little 3D prints. There's a Cthulhu one. Oh no, the base just fallen off. And this one is a giant, insect monster thing. I really like the big tentacle monsters from Mantic. I can't bother to paint them. And then I've got a planar apparition, which is going to be this fire elemental. Oh, there's a Mind Screech. You don't even show what a Mind Screech is. You know what a Mind Screech looks like, right? And I've got a bunch of scarecrows. I would have had more scarecrows, but Chris Lynch, who promised to give me some scarecrows in exchange for doing some printing for him, didn't, because he's a git. So I ended up buying some instead. I have 2 boxes, which I have yet to construct. This is fun, isn't it? What else have I been doing? I've been paying for my tournament, which is the Birmingham Bull Run, which is coming up in November. It's in 4 weeks, and we have some prizes. Where's the top prize? Is it in this cupboard. Oh no, it's in this box. So the top prize is my favourite ever trophy I've ever found for a tournament. I had this crystal bull that I bought all the way back from China. In fact, that is also somewhere here. And we found it, this person making like glass blowing on a mountain, and it was so awesome. And we got him to make a bull for my tournament. I think it's in this cupboard. Where is he? Oh, he's there at the back. I'm not going to get him out. It's crystal, a crystal actual glass crystal. It's like a bull, which is really cool. And I brought it all the way back from China. But then I found this on eBay, which is a cow trophy. Let's give me the top trophy. Anyway, we've got some of those, and then we've got drinking horns for 1, 2, and 3. They have some plaques on them and a stand. Real horns because, of course, it's the bull run. All right, bull. And I've been making a bunch of terrain, so I've made some terrain. Maybe I'll show you some terrain. Would you like to see some terrain? I mean, I'm going to show it to you anyway. Right, we are back in the garage of Doom. Well, back in. We haven't been here for a while. But terrain-wise, this is what I've been working. So this looks terrible on camera. I bought this ages ago. It's like a church model. And then made it out of, it's like balsa wood, MDF. And then I've seen people do blue roofs, and I thought they look really nice. So I tried to do one, and it looks terrible. Possibly because it's kind of like this balsa wood stuff. But, I've got green stuff on it. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then I also, I fixed my 3D printer, my FDM 3D printer. I put a new nozzle on it and printed some new fans, whatever. I found some filament, and I just printed some little test models, and they were fun. As you can see, I'm really going with the old blue theme because I found some blue paint. But this looks better because it's a proper 3D textured roof, right? But I didn't put all the kind of green things on it because I didn't feel the need. I'm really not happy with that. If you have suggestions about how to make this better, please let me know. And then this cool kind of thing. Because obviously I don't have 17 tables worth of terrain sitting in boxes unused. What I really need to do is make more terrain. Oh look, there's some concepts of Clash of Kings giveaway things. And some more concepts. Those are for Bull Run. And we're printing some more things because I've just changed my FEP for the 43 millionth time. What else have we got while we're here? Let's have a look around. There's some Empire Dust stuff that I'm selling. Here's my aborted attempt to make a Vermintide army. I still think the army I come up with is great, by the way, but yeah, there's my Vermintide. They're supposed to be rectangular. They're perfectly 40 by, but you can see I misprinted them and then misprinted them 5 more times. There's my Orc Smasher, which I upsized and never finished printing out or painting. But it's quite fun, isn't it? You can upsize STLs. And there's some broken miniatures. And there's some broken Gungans. That's all that's left of them. Ah, poor Gungans. They're all dead. Right. Back to me in the studio. So there you go. That's actually something I've recorded in the future. I'm just assuming I've recorded it well. What else has been going on? Twilight King have dropped. People have been getting very excited. I think the reaction was mature for Kings of War Fanatics, the Facebook group. Frankly, there was only a few people throwing their toys out of the pram, and that's a testament to probably how well the rules are done, but also because people haven't had the chance to really to try them out yet and find out that they are indeed broken as hell. I'm sure they're not broken as hell. Not like Northern Alliance are, anyway. But says the man painting Nightstalkers. I think Nightstalkers are a good place. They're not terribly, terribly broken. They're pretty good, but unfortunately my list doesn't have a lot of the good things in them. We'll see how I do. I'm just very excited to be getting out and playing some games, frankly. The Kings of War scene is going from strength to strength. I think that Kings of War is in its heyday, if I'm honest with you. I think we are at the zenith, or the next year to 2 years is really going to be the absolute peak. Maybe it's the peak growing to further peaks in the future, but certainly it is a peak for Kings of War because we've just seen an unprecedented growth in the scene. We're seeing new players all the time in local areas, or certainly in my local areas, we're seeing new players. And I see it online as well. A lot of new players asking questions, which is really, really exciting, really good for the game. We had massive interest in Clash of Kings, which was really, really cool, and people seem to be keen to make it bigger, so we are making it bigger. A little bit of foreshadowing for the next video, which should be about the Clash of Kings tickets going live, which will be coming up soon, so watch out for that. Anyway, I've kind of wanged on for too long, and I have managed to do this while painting 6 soul flares, which is my sole reason for doing this, really, because frankly, I don't know if you do this, but when I sit painting, I'm kind of narrating what I'm doing in my head, which makes me sound extremely weird. But you know, you're narrating like, I know I'm slapping on the old contrast paint there, like I'm narrating a YouTube video, which would be fun, except for the fact that I do actually have a YouTube channel. And so I sat there doing that just now, thinking, well, maybe you should actually make a YouTube video whilst you're slapping contrast paint on these miniatures. And then I did, which is why I'm talking to you now. So that's the end of this video. Just thought I'd check in with you all, show you some things that I've been working on, give you a bit of an update about where I am. Please do let me know what you've been doing recently. Are you working on a new army? What's the new army you're working on? I am interested, genuinely quite interested. Oh, look, I've misprinted this soul flare. That's exciting. Look, he's only got one leg at the back. You see, he's just got a bare buttock. And I completely didn't notice until I started to paint him, which just goes to show. They've got too many legs anyway. They've got 6 legs each, which is madness. Ah, just broken another. This happens. Has this happened to you? Broken his little. Cool. Anyway, let me know what you're working on. I am excited to see it. I will see you all online at some point, I'm sure, in some form of probably a Facebook group. It's depressing, isn't it, how wargaming is so focused around Facebook. Why can't we find anything better? Okay, toodaloo. Next video will be about Clash of Kings. Watch this space.